Alright, so welcome back to my little series, Play Like Me. And at the moment we're looking at how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. In the last video we basically we had a quick look at scales. We looked at the names of your fingers, the numerical names. So just a quick recap, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And it's the same with your left hand. Your thumb is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We looked at the C major scale, which is the white keys between this C and this C. Okay, now hopefully between the last video and this one you've actually practiced that, and hopefully you've practiced enough so you'll be able to do this. If you haven't, then stop watching this video right now and go back and learn how to do that. And just quickly too, if this is C and if this is C, this one's middle C. If this is C, 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 then what are all the rest? That's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's simple. And it's the same right across the keyboard, okay? So you got C down here. If this is C down here, then this is C up here. If this is D here, then that's D up there. If this is A, this is A. And if you get confused, you just remember that C starts on the left-hand side of this group of 2. On the left-hand side of this group of 3 is F. It's the same with every group of 3. That's always going to be F. And look, if you're having trouble memorizing that, just do what I have done for my kids. I've got a whiteboard marker. Ask your parents before you do this because I don't want to get in trouble. I've actually written the letter names just on 8 of these so that my kids can refer to it when they're learning. Or if you don't want to write, you can just get a little sticky dot, you know, one of those little stickers or something, or just a little sticker, that one that's not going to leave any residue on the keys, and just put it right near this middle C, and then you'll be able to look at your keyboard and go, oh yeah, that one's C. Okay, so what I have told some of my students is this: don't be intimidated by the fact that this is a strange musical instrument full of components and parts that you don't completely understand. Stop thinking of it that way. Look at this as a puzzle. And this is not just any old puzzle. This is the most incredible puzzle known to man. Because what we have here, these aren't actually keys. No, in this analogy, these are the puzzle pieces. All right? And the beautiful thing about this puzzle, unlike other jigsaw puzzles, is with a normal jigsaw puzzle, it's got a fixed end. So you get the picture, you scramble up the pieces, and in the end, it's just going to look like that picture. Now, the beautiful thing about this jigsaw puzzle is it's never ending, okay? So what you can actually do is you can go, okay, I want to make the melody of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star with these puzzle pieces. How do I do that? And what do you do when, you know, there are some tricks with jigsaw puzzles. One of the tricks is you just look for all the corners, or you look for all the edges. You look for all the bits that have flat edges, and then you put them all together and you have your frame. So today, that's what we're going to do. So we're only going to use the white keys in this one. Now, I happen to know that the first note for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in the key of C is in fact the note of C. So just do it with one finger in the meantime. We'll look at the finger numbers later and which fingers you should use. Now, I like to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star from here. So I go. So that's the first note. So now we're going to think about what the next note might be. Remember, we're looking for the jigsaw puzzle pieces, the musical pieces. Okay, so that's ba da. So what's the next one? We know. Just hum it to yourself quietly. Da 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 da. So I know it's going to sound like that. So I go. That's not right. Hang on. No, that's not right. Almost right. So that's it. Okay. So I'm reenacting this. I mean, I've already done all this before, but that's how, when you have a tune that you want to learn, or something that you want to play, that's how you figure out what the melody is on the piano. Just by humming it to yourself and playing it until you get it right. Oh, no, that's not right. So you do it again. That's right. Okay, so okay, I mean, look, I could have just done this video and just shown you straight off the cuff how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and ultimately I will do that. But I want you to get into the habit of figuring it out yourself, because that is one of the beautiful, awesomest things about music. There's nothing greater than figuring it out yourself. Because at the end of the day, and this is another thing I say to my students, what you do with me or what you do with your music teacher or any tutorial that you watch, that is literally only 2% of the process. The other 98% is you figuring it out, you putting it together, you doing it. You're the one doing the practice. So, so that's twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Alright, so let's just assume that I have just figured that out for the first time. I'm going to play it again. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Or in your case, it doesn't matter if you do it this way. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. If it takes you a while to get, don't get frustrated. Okay? Like seriously, I've been playing the piano for 20 years and I still make mistakes. Don't get frustrated. Don't take it out on the piano. It's not the piano's fault. It's not your fault. It's just part of the process. It's a brilliant part of the process, because the more frustrated you get, the more rewarding it will be when you get it right. Okay, now just keep doing that with your right hand. If you start with your one finger, that's good. But now, let's practice with these ones like I was doing before. So you just want to go 1, 1. This isn't what I did before actually, but you can go 1, 1, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. And that's actually not the way you have to play it. That's just the way I'm recommending. You know, you could do it different ways, like I was doing before. You go 1, 1, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. Ultimately, in my opinion, it's just whatever's comfortable for you. You know, you want to be able to do it smoothly and quickly, and if you can do it, if you can figure out another way to do it, that's cool. But just make sure you're utilizing all your fingers, because you can't really just play with one finger unless that's all the fingers you have. But so that's it, the basic tune. But before we go on, before I suggest that we move on to the next tutorial, basically, I don't know if you can see that, hopefully you can. This is what I've actually written for my children. See, now my children get frustrated because I can't sit down with them for 20 minutes and say, this is what we're going to do, we're going to do this. I can't, because they just get bored. I mean, it takes them 2 minutes to get bored. But so what I've actually done is, this is not musical notation, obviously, but if you get a little notebook when you're doing this process, this might actually help you to, as you're figuring out the tunes, write what the notes are. So in this case, each line represents a musical phrase. So what here we've got C, C, G, G, A, G, F, F, E, E, D, D, C. And that might help you so that when you come back to play it, you can just quickly refer to this. Obviously, these don't have the time signatures. They don't have how long you should keep your finger down or how long you should hold a note for. It's kind of, that's not the point. the point here is just so that you know what the notes actually are. And I'm kind of counting on the fact that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is so common that you already know how long you should hold a note for, how long the song is meant to go for. So we won't worry about that. So, but just quickly, before we wrap up this particular episode, this is what it actually looks like. Just so you know what you're actually playing, I'll just say it out here. C, C, G, G, A, G, F, F, E, E, D, D, C, G, G, F, F, E, E, D, G, G, F, F, E, E, D, C, C, G, G, A, G, F, F, E, E, D, D, C. So your homework basically is go away and practice that basic melody and keep practicing it until you can play it, not necessarily with your eyes closed, but until you're very comfortable that you don't need to refer to your notebook, you don't need to refer to anything else, and keep practicing it until you don't even have to say what the notes are to yourself or even think about which fingers you're using. Just play that. Now remember, this is just like that scene in The Karate Kid, the new one, which was about kung fu, not karate. I still don't really get that, but where you've got Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith, and Jackie Chan is going, take jacket off, put jacket on, and Jaden Smith is taking the jacket off and throwing it on the ground. Then he picks it up and puts it back on, and weeks of doing that, he's going, why have you just got me taking my jacket on? And then Jackie Chan engages him in like this really awesome kung fu fight, and it's because he had learnt the movements necessary by doing something innocuous and boring and extremely frustrating. So just remember that when you're doing this, the early stages of learning the piano or any instrument are innocuous. They are frustrating, and most of the time you will be like, oh, what am I doing this for? But that's the point. So just keep remembering that. Just keep trying, keep practicing it. Over time, it's all going to come together, and it's going to be brilliant. Okay? So anyway, if I've forgotten anything, or if you have any questions about what I've just done, then please comment in the comment section below, and I'll try and make a video to answer your questions. Otherwise, please click on the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you know anyone who might like this. Thanks.